Welcome into, we used to call this Fab Friday. We're getting in deeper and calling it Truth Friday. Hey, how do you like my hat? We got these when we were at Formula One in, let's see, who's streaming live. When we were in Texas, and it was so much fun. I thought I'd relive it because it's been a couple weeks. That's what makes me smile too. So let's talk about that. Let's truly talk about that because there's these things out there that are saying like, you need to do this or that around the smile or you're not looking authentic. I used to have a friend also when I was living in San Diego, and I'll share with you her theory about why you shouldn't smile. So there's so many different views. What's your view on smiling? This is a great one that Regina Ann challenged me on, and I never know what she's going to do till it posts. I don't even look at like if she has anything that's going to post at a certain time because I like to be surprised. If you talk to my family, I love being surprised. I love surprises. So today for our discussion also I brought in grow a new body. Okay, so let me share with you this of what my view is here for the few minutes that we get to be together today. Smiling is something that you're going to do naturally. Now, the way that you can think about this is I'm going to give you some strategies around looking at yourself, making sure that you're authentically being you when you decide to smile or not, or is it a protocol that you've been doing all your life. Because we're working on like oneness, like one room, we're going to act in another, and we're not wearing a mask. Woo, that's pretty scary. My name is Rhonda Lou Moxie when I'm out there speaking. Yes, yes. And Rhonda Liebig, I love you so much. The Fresh Inspiration Show. You really have been there for us over these. I think I put the script together maybe 5 years ago, maybe less. But the show's been going for over 5 years now, and I really appreciate you. What I see is that we are hashtag seekers. We're seeking energy. We're seeking, like the excitement around finding inspirational stuff. So I trademarked mindset transformation entertainment because I was like, I feel like a movie or a motivational talk or a song, something that really lifts you, and it reminds me when I was younger and I wanted to get away, and that's where I went. I went right to um, sometimes Petticoat Junction, even though that was like but Green Acres was really fun, and I Dream of Jeannie. And what's funny is I Dream of Jeannie now, and I see a lot of innuendos about how women should be acting this way or that way. And be beautiful and dress a certain way. And I just kind of go, come on, wash it away, Rhonda, wash it away. Come back in and just enjoy like the basics of the show because there's some really funny things in there too. That's what helps me smile. What helps you smile? What's that? That question is something that comes to me right now. What helps you smile? For me, I love smiling when I know that my health, my vitality is in check, and I'm working it. I'm working it. Apple cider vinegar. I'm eating my fruits and vegetables. I'm looking at cutting out sugar because it feels good. Not that I'm fighting it. Sometimes it's hard when you're fighting it. Because I want to crowd out. The natural thing is to crowd things out. It's so much easier than just to cut it off. I know when I was younger, if something didn't go my way, that's probably many times, I'd yell, and I just totally cut everything out. Like if it was a person or it was an event, well, I'm not going to go there anymore. And I was very aggressive. Okay, so I have a quick thing here about from Grow a New Body. And the reason why I bring this in is there are so many notes that I've done in this book, and I'd get up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and I would read for an hour to half an hour, or sometimes I would just hold this book, and this book would make me smile, and it would create so many things of what I want to do with my health coaching group, what I want to do for the Fresh Inspiration Show. It always gave me something to feel positive about, knowing that we can transition our body the more that we step into alignment. And so the thing I want to read to you is just a quick paragraph, but that's where we can create at the higher level when we know we got this. That's all we need. We don't always need people to tell us what to do. Sometimes we have a learning curve. And it's good for people to kind of give you step by step. But sometimes it's just like getting motivated. And so today also is 11/11, which is one of the biggest days right here and now to manifest. So let's get it rocking. Okay, so this one motivated me this morning. It says exercise, burning old roles and identities. Oh, I'm all about that. So, transitioning into being happy all the time. And then when things go really awry, using tools so I can reset stuff. Okay, so the micro fire ritual is an effective practice for rewiring the brain and shedding outworn roles and identities so you can release the constraints of the past and move on. It requires focusing your intent on the task. It is your intent that gives the ritual depth, significance, and transformation power. Remember that the ancient limbic brain, our brain in the way, fight or flight, changes through the power of ritual. So it talks about a specific ritual here, but if you don't have this book, then it's truly any ritual that you have that you are really stepping into it. You're very present and you are believing in you. And in this book is where I keep my health journey. Anybody else have a journal just for health journey? After being off medicine for 5 years, I'm looking at like what things are showing up because I'm in the wellness industry, and this to me is a great way to look at what's the latest stuff. And I was looking this morning and I saw something in there about the new way I was going to be starting to look at things. And I said to my best friend who passed on, we're going towards 6 months now, but I just said, thank you, Anna Banana, my best friend Anna. And it was me manifesting. I was actually writing a manifestation on that week. When my best friend passed away, it got me into alignment even deeper. So today, when you start looking at your smile and how you show up, that's when the special sauce starts happening. Because when you smile, it helps somebody else smile too, or it helps them feel better. I can remember hearing about the smile in stories like somebody smiled, and then the person that got smiled to, it like changed their day so much that the trajectory of what their day was going to be, which was maybe taking their life, maybe hurting somebody, that they actually didn't because that shift of a smile. When I was younger, and this is kind of the tail end of the importance of a smile, I used to call hogwash on it. I'd be like, oh yeah, just a smile. A smile's not gonna, you can see the look on my face. It's just not gonna change anything. What I truly believe is that that first scenario, when you're smiling at somebody, it changes the frequency in their body. And I can feel the power of that change and that shift in the frequency. Have you ever felt that? When you've woken up in the morning and you feel like kind of fighting to get up, just tired. But if you take your time to read, to relax, to breathe in, to have your ritual, to keep yourself moving forward, then within a certain amount of time, there's that shift. And that's when you're all by yourself doing your work. Think about how powerful it is when you're walking and somebody goes, how are you doing? And they can feel your energy. So today, give yourself moments on this manifestation day, November 11th, 11/11. What's your role out there in the world? What are you manifesting today? What are the things that you're grateful for? What helps you smile? If you push a smile out there, just like, yes, and people can feel it, then they are going to all in in that moment, at least with you. Smile. Allow people to know they got this because you got them for that moment. Think about your smile. Think about where you want to go with this and what your truth is. Reconcile any of the past stuff where you felt like you had to smile because that's just how you present yourself. Or do you come up to somebody and then you smile once you start the conversation? Or do you not smile at all? That was a strategy my friend Wanda had from San Diego. Lived in San Diego when I was 21. And that's what she said. Oh, that's just so fake. That's just so fake. This smile, smile, smile. Maybe she's talking to me because I was always smiling. But that is really a personality trait of mine that I I just feel good when I'm smiling. And I don't force a smile. If I don't feel well, emotionally or physically, yeah, sometimes I don't smile. And there can be times when you're meditating, are you smiling? No, but your body feels that frequency. It really fires off those cells, the ATP process, which is our healing process. That smile can be very, very healing. So I'm sending you lots of love, deep healing, my friends. The Fresh Inspiration Show, sending you a smile. I love you so much. Appreciate you. Namaste.